mean, it's mine, but...
So the grease, where does it go on that one? Oh, I see grease.
Yeah, the bucket will be all the way down.
So you'll see it
for the
better.
greasing.
Oh, I have to...
We pull the quick connect off. I
okay.
will point out how everything should be positioned so you can do it.
Okay.
Ideally what you do is you lift this up so it's much easier so you don't have to reach from underneath.
Yeah.
You go up from here. You can go up like this, and if you leave it down a little bit you can get these two also, and then you drop it down and then you have better access to them.
Okay.
Just to make it a little simpler.
Just different angles.
Yep. Now for this.
How heavy is the quick disconnect?
And this little axle sort of guy had 3 points. Oh, I touched grease.
Yeah.
I found a new point.
No, I've got that Amsoil grease spray.
There's one up
Nail
there.
protector.
Some
I
back
usually use that on the beds of the blowers. And
Yep.
that shaft there, that can be sprayed. I can
That
see that's
definitely.
already pitted with rust.
Yep.
Something popped down and needed to be greased
And
here.
that's part of the quick disconnect.
You quick connect. There's a collar right here. You have to pull back on this collar.
Oh yeah,
Drops.
okay.
And the front, actually, the front is splined. And I keep forgetting to mark them. That.
Yeah.
But the teeth, it's such a subtle
You can't
difference.
see it.
You
Okay.
can, you even feeling it, you can't almost
Get out of here, really?
tell.
So
Yeah.
that okay, so hit it with a punch.
Yep. Just once you get it on, just do two reference points, so
Okay.
you know where to give a start to.
Okay, and that'll be.
So what is that thing?
That is your drive shaft. They call it the mid-mount drive shaft, even though
Takes the power from the rear to the front to the blower.
Okay.
this powers up the blower.
Okay.
And then to remove this, you have a pin here.
Okay.
You take
Okay,
this,
where's that now? Okay, that pin, yep.
pull this off,
And there's a pin on the. You take it up the other side.
and then it pulls out through the other side.
And that's just one pin, holding it all on.
No, there's more up front,
Okay.
and then
See it going. Okay, nothing's gonna drop then.
yep, it's going to drop down.
Oh, it is.
Yep,
Okay.
this will.
Okay.
It's cantilevered a little bit on the front, but it will.
Okay.
See how it?
Yeah.
That's about
Pivots.
So this comes off because why?
it. So you can use this.
Oh, okay.
You can't have the two of them together. I just did it because I was cautious, just to have everything all on it, so I didn't have to swap back and forth to load everything up.
So
This way
is
it's
not
all
normally
here.
on during the summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put this on in the fall for the winter, so this is the attachment
For the snowblower.
Yep. This is
You got to keep all
this
these
is the
bolts
mount kit.
and things
we
together.
call this the mount kit for the snowblower.
Okay.
I can put these
And then in the front,
Yeah.
in the front, you come up here, and you as you see,
Yeah,
as
it
you
went
loosen
down,
it.
yeah.
What I usually do is I just hold a little bit of pressure down,
Okay.
and you just loosen this up, and it pushes away.
Counterclockwise.
Yep. Righty tighty, lefty loosey scenario. When you loosen it, it loosens it.
Okay.
That's okay if that comes off.
What was that? The back
This is
plate
the block.
that screws into the block that it screws
This is
into
the
on
block.
the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, there
Goes
is
right in?
Anyways, you don't have to pull this block all the way off.
Oh, you don't.
Now
okay.
you see
I'd rather
it's
just
down.
leave it on. Okay.
And
So
ideally, you want two people to do this.
Okay.
Is you get one on each side.
Oh, and you want
With
to do
this
it?
up.
One on each side.
All right, you're just gonna lift straight up, and watch your hand back there, and then ease it down. And that's it for that part.
So it clips on. Okay, so there's a lip here.
Yep.
Tells me there's
There's
a lip
a-
there.
yep.
Okay, it fits on the lip here.
Mhm.
That block fixes it onto that lip.
That block grabs the bottom and pulls it
Okay.
in.
Pulls it in. Okay.
This hooks goes underneath there.
So that goes on first, and then you worry about the pin later. When you pivot the pin up,
Yep.
then you slide the pin in. See, it's like a balance.
Yep.
in a way.
What happens is when you put this on, as you see, you can just you can have somebody just push down on the front,
Yeah, and it goes right up.
and then that way you can reach in with one hand. If somebody puts weight on the front, reach in with one hand and slide your pin in.
Then you're
And
locked
ideally, I forgot to mention this too. Ideally too, whichever direction you're gonna, you have to go in this side with the pin.
in. Okay.
Turn your wheel just a little
Okay,
bit.
gives you a little room.
Turn your
yeah.
wheel this way, because if you notice, it is a little tight here.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
just gives you a little more leeway.
Okay. Yeah, and then
Do
you
that.
you can lube that pin up too to
Yep.
get through
Spray
that
it.
shaft.
Yeah, spray them down. What I usually do, I will throw the pin back in here so you know where it is.
So you have it, yeah.
It's better to put it in here than it is on the tractor.
Oh.
Because if you lose this, it could slide out, go into a tire, whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If you leave the pin here.
Okay. And so that, okay. Then you get your hydraulic lines here. Those stay attached to this. These always stay attached to that.
Yep. The quick connects on the other end. And you can do it however you want with these, but...
Okay. Well, how about the mice like those?
What?
Those covers? You think they're chewed by the mice?
Let's go with just very thin.
Okay.
Thin wood.
Not even 4x4s?
No, that's probably...
2x4s? Pressure treated maybe? You lay it on
2x4s wouldn't be bad, but if the thicker you go, the more complicated it's going to make it for getting hooked back up.
Okay.
So
I've had that issue, yeah. Ah. Hey, Oliver.
I was showing him
Mm-hmm.
when you have the bucket in the air, and like if you have to work there, this here is a lock. It's a mechanical lock for the lever, so if you're working around the front, nobody's going to bump it and it come down on you. Because even with it off, it still will come down.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So that's just a stopper for
So
this.
the lock is up.
It won't do anything. Say if for some reason you develop a leak in it.
Okay.
You know, that's just going to leak on its own. But this here will keep it so, you know, there's a kid around or anybody around
Yep.
accidentally bumps it or something. So
Okay.
So that locks the hydraulic, or that locks the gear.
the lever.
The lever for the hydraulic. Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to back up.
Okay, watch out, both. He's going to back up.
Okay.
So, quick question though. Is there a globe?
Hit it for like 3 or 4 seconds.
Okay.
Because it just saves the life of the battery. I mean your starter.
Oh, really?
Because then, yeah, if the less the starter has to work, the longer it's going to last.
Okay. And then winter starting?
Run it up 15, 20, 30 seconds.
Okay.
It has a relay. These have relays in them.
Okay.
So if it gets too hot, it'll just automatically shut it down.
Okay. What about block heater?
We have one.
Block heater is either right on this side you'll see looking like an extension cord, or the other side. I can't remember which one. Over here.
Yeah.
I see it right there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. We're good. Yep. I'll give you a cap for that. Okay.
They go both the same direction, you see. And then I'm going to have whoever's going to be running it will pop in.
So those two pins
come out one here.
went in there, yeah.
We don't pull these out.
And I push this forward and I push this to the side to make it tilt just so.
It's very tight tolerances, and any little bit of anything in there will make it comfortable. So keep them moved up. You won't get clean. The thing is, too, is you're not going to be clean. You're going to be clean once.
Yeah.
Is you want to, let me think here. I think curl the bucket up a little bit.
Which is going to be this way?
Yep, very gently. now you want to try going back just a little bit. Oh, there you go. Watch out.
So a little left and a little back.
Now back up just a little.
Okay, remind me how to back up.
This is the pedal. This is forward, that's reverse.
Okay.
So very gently back up a little bit. Oh, your parking brake is set.
Oh.
Push down on that,
Yeah.
release it. There you go. Back up just a little bit. Good. What it is, you want to do just enough to defer. Okay, now set the parking brake. Pull up on the lever. There you go. Now shut it down. Now what you want to do is just do a quick wiggle with the hydraulics to relieve the pressure.
Like that?
Yep, just like that.
Do that again. Just shake it.
Yeah, just wiggle it to release the pressure off of them, off this whole system.
Oh, okay.
Because if you disconnect it
Oh, it's
with
still connected. That's right.
you
Okay.
disconnect it with a high pressure, you're gonna have to take like a hammer or something and tap the nipple, and then get covered with oil.
Yes.
To release the pressure.
Okay.
That's what.
Yeah.
I would recommend you get gloves that are thin, but will keep your hands from getting covered.
Yeah. I've got.
You gotta disconnect your lines.
Okay.
You put the gloves on.
No, you do that,
Okay,
and
it's
I'll
recording.
record because.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Okay, so disconnecting these lines, you pull back on these collars.
Okay.
I'll do the one for you,
Okay.
but just so you get the idea.
So when you see this collar,
Yep. Pull back.
Guys, that was making it look easy. Wow. Okay, you pull back on the collar and show me how.
Do you want to switch off then?
Well,
Yeah, I think you're going to have to do it, Owen.
well, sometimes what can
I'll
help
learn.
too, Beth,
Yeah.
is if you push forward just a little bit on the line,
Okay.
and then see how that
Okay,
back.
then it pulls back. Okay.
pulls back pretty decent.
I'll try again.
Yep. So
I'll
if you
try
just-
one more time and then
you
you
grab
try.
This line here is really loose, so that one should be good. But you don't even have to push. That one, just keep kind of a little bit of pressure towards it,
Pressure there.
and then pull back on the collar.
Okay. I get it.
And they're color coordinated, if you notice.
Forward, pull back. Okay. Yes, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I messed this one up. Pull back.
No, just pull back now. It should go.
I don't know. I got it stuck or something.
No, you had it.
I got it.
You had it released, so once it moves back a little bit, then you just give the line a good
Oh,
yank.
then it's all
there you
released. Oh, okay.
go. And then, however you want to, what I usually do is to just roll the lines up here,
Uh-huh.
keep them out of the way.
So they stay with the bucket.
Yep, they stay with the loader.
See this stuff?
Put it to there so when
Yep,
you put
if
them
you
back
see,
on.
you got a blue.
You got
Oh, the
yellow,
other thing too
red, blue,
is
white.
if you're going to let this sit for a while,
Uh-huh.
these, you can shove them down in because they are soft rubber, but they're designed so you just pull back
Okay.
and they go right on.
Okay. Pull back.
And then slide it in. You don't have to pull it back too much, but
Good, because I can't. Okay.
Yep.
Now my glove's stuck in there.
lock in.
Good. Nice.
The other batch down
And then them are
here.
just
They're all
caps.
color coded.
They're just a soft rubber cap that goes over them.
Just keep them on. Yeah.
But
Okay.
if you're going to have the snow blower hooked up,
Pretty much.
all the lines are going to be used anyhow.
Yeah. Okay.
But in the
So-
summertime, fall, spring, fall, this is going to be used.
Okay, now you need to hop in and back it out.
Okay.
What you want to watch for is go as straight as you can, so you don't run into your loader. Oh, the other thing too, for
Yeah.
some reason if you come in
Yeah.
and you ain't quite lined up, especially if you're on something like
Yeah.
that, you can move these around a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit.
You just okay. You got a little bit
You
of.
can have there's
Okay.
some play in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if you're not perfectly lined up, you can kind of, you're helping somebody, or you have a helper.
Yeah.
Oh, this stuff is unbelievable. You
Yep.
use it, I'm sure, all the time.
Give her 6 months, she'll be hopping in it like she grew up with. Go, do one at a
Just gotta
time.
tuck in there.
Just
Okay.
slide in here,
Okay.
and then it kind of rides here.
Okay.
And then these go on. On these, it's the reverse. You pull the collar back to slide them on.
Okay.
Well, same concept. You got to pull the collar back,
Boom.
slide it on.
Oh man, that's easier than the AB already.
And
So we
On the
just have
top.
2 hoses?
Just 2, top
for
and
now,
bottom.
until you get hooked up, because you have the power
And then you put
hydraulic
those in
rotator.
on the other 2.
That's right,
Okay.
and them do have the right color rings on it to match.
Okay.
Okay.
Turn the wheel a little
So you
so
got
that
the,
Yeah, I got
lock
the other
ring
pin.
on?
Yep.
Okay.
Almost lined up. Or
Yeah.
is?
The
Okay,
pin's
okay,
gonna come out.
pin's in there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn the wheel. I
Okay.
forgot. Well,
Okay, and then we
at this
tip
point, should
lift. Okay. Okay, that's.
oh, that's right. It's got to come down some. The tongue's got to come up on the.
Okay. So. Oh, you're right.
we pushed it back.
Okay.
It was a
So
little
you
too
lifted
much.
that up.
Yep. And then you have somebody step on the front of it.
Step on the front of?
This, what I usually do, is just to make it easier so it lifts it.
Mm-hmm.
Just fire this up real quick.
Oh. Oh.
How's that?
Yeah,
Almost there, isn't it?
Then do we lift and pop it on?
Yep. It just makes it so you...
There we go. Right there.
Just
It's
like
on.
that.
Okay, don't put
And then
your
this-
feet under anything, you
Yep.
guys. Always stand away from stuff when it's lifted
then-
like that.
So this part of it,
Oh,
it
look
just
at
makes
that.
this
Okay.
easier. You stand down.
Okay, we can lube that screw up too.
Yep. And you can
Okay,
almost...
she's ready. Hooking up the loop. Ah, okay, I see. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
What you want to do is you want to wash down.
Yeah.
Make sure they put down in there. But this side isn't quite, so
Okay.
I got to work a little bit more.
And you don't want to put a pin in yet then.
No, you want to make sure the
They're
bolts
lined up. Okay.
So go ahead and try that one.
And this goes in like that, and then you tuck that pin down like that.
Just like that. Now what we do is, now what we will do, I'll keep it.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
See how the hoses come down around and they curl in
Yeah.
the loop?
That's
what
good.
That's
That's
you're
what you
looking
want.
for.
Okay.
So we'll swing this around, drop that there. I'll take that snow blower attachment back to the shop.
Okay.
And I'll call Alan up right
And
now.
then-
And let him know.
So what's he doing? Dropping the bucket and leaving it here?
Huh?
Is he leaving the bucket
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Oh.
He wants it on the level as much as he can, and then we'll pop it in that way. Not totally level here, but I've got jacks and stuff that I can jack it a little bit.
You want to drop it down? Up forward?
See? And see those things? And
Yeah.
watch. He had it tipped forward a little bit. Like that. See how he lifts it like that? That makes it easier to pop it back in.
That thing come out. This pin.
That's it.
Yep, it'll be okay. There we go.
Then you lower it, and then the hose comes off.
Toward himself.
See?
Oh, no.
Okay.
And it doesn't hurt to... There we go. Leave it a little high, that way.
Wow. Oh, I can make some trails with this thing. gonna have to. So quiet.
Not running.
No, the neighbors.
Oh.
The drinkers with their playing horseshoes the other night. You know, you put 3 Bud Lights in a guy who's playing horseshoes. They're loud.
Mm-hmm. That is for sure.
And that's that, huh? And that just kind of tucks back, comes back, and
Kinda, however you.
okay, and
wanna
we're gonna
figure
get
it
some
out.
juice on those to keep the mice from eating them.
Yep. Okay.
And
I'll
the
go
red
over
So
to
called
this.
ream?
Neem.
Neem.
Neem oil.
Neem oil. Okay, we have to play on this on the road a little bit to get this, you know, figure out the things, but we'll get it. It just take about an hour to get it.
Yeah.
Might take
Like
me
I said,
12
I've
hours.
rented them, and you know, it takes me once I get into them 30 minutes to an hour.
They creep until they get worn in on the pedals because the tolerances are so tight.
Okay,
They
will
They're
creep.
spring loaded to come to the back, and you'll notice when you're going easy,
Yeah.
and you let off,
Yeah.
it'll kind of keep creeping. So you want to be able to be ready to center it.
Okay.
But if you're going really fast and let off, because it's like the spring is stretched out
It'll
more,
come right
it'll
back.
snap it back to neutral.
Okay. But the creepy,
But
the
when
slow
you're going
creepy.
slow, you let off, and you'll notice it'll inch along. It takes
Okay.
a while there.
Okay, it'll break in then.
One is about 3 or 4 years old that I've picked up. Didn't have no creep in it. You know what I mean? So.
Or they get used, if they
Yeah.
get used. Your little old ladies over there in the field probably using them.
What's that?
He was telling me some older woman had them.
What?
And
Yeah, 2 ladies
had
in their
never-
60s
Never,
purchased a tractor off of us.
and they didn't know how to use them, and he came back and they were out there like experts.
Yep.
Oh, good for them.
Oh yeah, it was about 5 or 6 months later, and she was out there. The one woman was the one who's going to be doing all of the work, you know,
Yeah.
with the tractor. She was out there like she was raised on them.
Say when.
Yep. Go right ahead.
See, that's easy enough. That's
Yeah.
understandable.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely.
Watch it pop right
See
on.
that thing?
Is it popping right on?
No.
Okay.
No. I knew it
That was
wasn't
a
going
miracle.
to, just because of the way everything was.
Yeah. Okay,
Plus
look at
it's
that,
tight,
huh?
you know,
Okay,
it's tight
that's
up in the
yeah,
front, so it's keeping
yeah.
it in place.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like it's going to slide in all on its own, but
Okay.
now you just wiggle it a little bit.
Okay, and juice and lube it up a little bit
Yep.
too, right?
See?
Okay, it's in.
And then make sure to put your
That
pin
comes
in.
on and off
Yeah,
for the
Make sure
snowblower to
you
go
have
on and off.
The pin.
That's
the
on
hole
for the
is
snowblower and
exactly
it's
with
off
this.
for not the snowblower.
Okay.
Let me get that. Okay, so that metal piece
That
should
pin
be
is
parallel.
parallel because the hole that lines up the hole.
Yep.
Okay,
And then when you
for the front mount.
So come over here, there's a clip. Then.
And then put this pin
There's
in.
your clip. The hole's right there. Of course, I don't have it perfectly lined up
You want
either.
me to shake it?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Probably wiggle down just a little bit on it. Tip the front down just a... There we go. Oh, up a little.
Yep.
There.
That was just a millimeter.
Yep. Snowblower. You want to have this back. See?
Okay, yeah.
That's the lock.
So it locks in.
So,
Okay.
and then this is tethered, so you can
Yeah.
just kind of leave that in place. Since you're going to be the one running it, how about you?
Stop video.
Okay, drive it in. Lift up a little bit as you drive in. There you go. A little more. A little bit more. Good. Now lift it right up.
That's gonna get out.
That's it. Okay. Now you can shut it off. Set the parking brake.
So shut it off, set your parking brake. So as you come in, you have to move.
Down here.
This,
See how they're not quite lined up? And
Which
with this
one?
being this slot right here, you see how that it's offset a little bit? And with this being up on
gotta get out of there. Come
the
on.
hitch,
Okay.
you can see how you can actually
oh,
wiggle
you
it
need
around.
To wiggle that to center
And it doesn't, you know, it's not heavy on this because it's
It's being held up.
yep. And then come on this side. You can video it from there if you want.
Okay.
And you flip this up. what you want to do is you just wiggle it some.
Okay.
You see how it's. You can force this on, you know what I mean, with this up here like this. But you take a chance of smacking your knuckles. So as you start coming up, keep wiggling it, and then I recommend open-handed. And if you have to, you get it to that point, you can use your foot to.
So that locks it
lock
in.
it down,
And then you got your pin.
Put your safety pin in.
That's
Okay.
Now you don't have to worry about this thing. See, there's no way it can. If you hit something, if you don't have that in, for whatever reason, a stick or a rock rolls up, it could pop it off on you.
Okay.
And you don't want that happening with your lines and your shaft and everything hooked up.
Okay. And what's this chain for?
Yeah.
So I would say probably in this case, no. This is more or less for keeping your shaft up off the ground.
Oh, okay. So you loop it here and hook it in here, maybe.
Yep.
Oh,
That's how I had it set before. You just that way it keeps it up.
Okay, so that can just go
So
on.
when
can
does
just-
it get? Is that just when it's in storage or something?
Yes.
Yeah, when you're moving it, you just keep.
So this piece was connected to what?
That's the PTO.
This is just a shaft. This is a protective.
But did you just
sleeve.
put that in here as I drove forward?
Yes, I dropped this in here, so
to fit in that little area there.
I mean, there may be.
So it's connected to this. It
Yes.
wasn't connected to my
And
other.
then if you want to come on this side, I'll
Yeah.
so you can video this, and I will show you how to lock it on there. Is the lighting good enough to see?
Yeah.
Okay. So this, see how you have to pull back on this collar.
Oh, another one of those.
Yep. And what's nice about this, you don't have to line up the splines. You know, the special splines.
Okay.
See, if you notice, you can get it pushed on without pulling the collar back. It kind of sets it in place so you don't have to hold it up. Put a hand underneath it, and wait, and make sure you hear the click.
Let me
Okay.
get these dogs in there. Come on, dogs. Come on.
Okay, now these two lines are already hooked up.
Right.
Now these two, this will operate your chute. And just set these up here for now. That's what these things are for. Usually you have to do one at a time because they can be a little bit stubborn going in. That keeps your lines out of the way. And then these are color coded to match on there. You have your red one. Pull back on that. Once it's cleared that point, you don't have to hold back on it anymore. See how it's clipped right on? So you just enough to start it. See how that? Now you just shove it on.
Okay.
And then you hook these into here. You may find because it's limited in space inside of these holders, you may find where that you're going to have this on for the majority of the winter. You may just want to zip tie it to your other hoses.
Okay.
And they make zip ties that are reversible.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They have little clips on them so you can reuse them.
Oh, okay.
So in case if you do have to throw the loader on, you don't have to cut the zip ties. They
Okay.
make some with a little lever on them. You can take them back off.
Okay, he's just
I'll
saying
find
if
some of
you're
those, yeah.
doing it all winter, you
Napa.
can zip tie them together.
Well, what I was telling her too is up here in Odell, they fit in pretty good, but this
Yeah.
being contorted so much,
Yeah.
instead of trying to force the lines into there,
Yeah.
it might be just better off to,
Zip 'em.
you know, or use them, you know, them little bungees they use for
Yeah,
the tarps
yeah. Oh,
with
yeah.
a little ball on
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
So, you know,
just,
anything that's convenient.
I've got a ton of those in
Yep.
the shed. We can do that. Yeah. Just to keep it. So that sits
Yep.
over the axle there,
Yep.
and it tucks right in there. Okay.
Tucks right in. I would say keep it out here because there is a pivot point. If you stuff it in here, there's potential it could pinch a line.
Oh, absolutely.
So keep
yeah.
it out here
Okay.
because your tires are turning. They're not going to get into it.
So how many lines do you have coming from that? 2?
4 total. You
Oh,
have
4.
2 for your up and down,
Okay.
your lift and lower, and then you have 2.
Those are all
you shoot.
color coded.
Yeah.
They're all color coded.
Okay, so the blower's on.
Yep. Why don't you fire it up? And you have to run on-road diesel.
On
these.
road, not the crap stuff.
You can't run off-road
So
because what'll happen is it'll plug the particulate filters
Okay.
quicker.
Okay. So I can get that. I can get that at Sunoco, the diesel. The
Yep,
good diesel.
yep,
Okay. Now the other stuff is.
Yeah, you can't use off-road. This is a Tier 4 motor.
Okay. So it's got to be good stuff. Okay.
Because if you do run off-road diesel, what will happen is it'll plug the particulate filters.
Yeah.
Which basically is a catalytic converter in the exhaust. That's how they come. They zip tie them into here.
Okay.
That way you'll know
shipping.
exactly where it is.
And what's that shaft called?
It's just the drive shaft.
Drive
really
shaft,
is the only
okay.
thing.
So that's for the snowblower. Okay.
This in the gearbox.
Yeah.
If anything in there's leaking, you call them. But
yeah,
these are grease points. That's not.
But does that take oil?
That's a grease
gearbox?
point.
Yes, I
So
believe
the one on the Loch Ness.
80-90.
Okay.
I
Is
think.
that full now? Do you know?
Yes. See.
And, that's the first thing.
So now this is a grease point. Was that a grease point too?
Yes, that's a grease fitting.
So why is it not all covered with goop like this one?
Because from the factory, they greased this one, and then they painted it.
So should we put goop on it again?
You shouldn't have to. You see how it's starting to come out right here?
Yeah.
There's plenty of grease in there. Obviously, as you're running it,
The goop goes down?
you want to keep these 2 points very well lubricated. This here is mostly for the purpose of, you don't have to grease this so much, because what this is these are your shear pins. What'll happen is if you get caught into something really bad, these will break off.
Snowboard in there.
Or they break off?
Yeah, they'll break off. They're designed, these are designed to snap instead of blowing out your gearbox.
Okay, and then when those snap, do we have extras? We have to buy extras.
I'm trying to think. I didn't set this one up, so I don't know if
I'll ask
some of
when
them.
I go in.
Some of them, they're your basic grade 5 bolts.
Yeah, which are
Grade
soft
5
bolts.
shear bolts.
They're not hardened.
Okay.
They're made to snap.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just a soft bolt. You have that one, and your breakaway point is right there, and you have one on your high speed. You have two actually. You have this one.
Those on the other one.
So
Once.
So if everything stops working and you shut everything down, you come and you see one of those is broken.
that needs to be
Well, it
replaced.
spins. It just it freely spins. You can put your hand in there, but you don't want to put your hand in it.
What you will notice
It's
is,
hooked
because you have one on each side,
Uh-huh.
if this one breaks, you're going to notice just plowing snow on this side and this side isn't. You know what I mean? As you go along, you're going to notice the snow's going to roll right up over.
So these guys are
spinning.
separate.
Yes. They drive together on the internal shaft.
Uh-huh.
But once one
But
bolt breaks,
there's a solid shaft inside, and this is a sleeve that sets over it. If you, as you see how that, you can tell that it's...
Mhm.
So what happens is, if this one breaks, that one will keep spinning because the shaft inside is still spinning.
Mhm.
And then
So
you'll
when one
notice,
breaks and we notice we're plowing one side, we turn everything off.
Yep. Shut everything off.
Okay.
Back up a little because you're gonna be in a snowbank.
Okay. And then you replace it.
Mhm. And I'm trying to think.
and
if there's a
what happens
reference.
sometimes the bolt breaks off, Beth, in there,
Uh-huh.
and you get the top moving, and you look in, and half the bolt's still in there. You got to take a screwdriver and just punch the bolt out.
Okay.
So, but I'll pick up some extras and
And
we'll just tape them
give
onto
you a
the top
reference.
of that.
If you notice, you break one on one side, right? See how they're perfectly lined up? So you don't
Okay.
have to try to guess.
Yeah.
You get this one here, and when you roll this one, so this matches that.
Yeah.
Now
You
you know
got
where
it.
the hole is. Instead of sitting there having somebody turn, and try to figure it out,
Okay, yeah.
they drill the holes exactly the same.
Okay.
So you can look at that one to know when
Look
this
at
one's
that one and
aligned.
then slide this one up to that position, and then you'll know to put
Okay.
it down through. So let's get the shaft on. Remember, you always put the front on first.
Front on first.
Yep. And
Right
we
out.
have marked
First,
this.
yeah.
And we marked it with paint. Look at all that smells for him down there, I think.
Oh, this guy lives on this stuff,
Oh,
right, Scott?
Yeah.
He eats it for
I
breakfast.
think he coughed.
Okay. I think our paint wore off. Oh, right there.
Where is it?
Right here
I
a
see
little
it.
bit.
Myrtle, do you want to line it up?
And then
Yeah.
This will give you, like I said, a reference point to go by. Is that paint?
Okay.
Huh? Yeah, there's a paint right there. So, this takes a little bit of finagling, but see?
Okay, I see it clipped on. Yeah.
Yeah, see
So
how
once you get it
Yep.
lined up.
And you slide it in as far as
yeah.
you can.
Okay.
And then this back one,
And it's good to have
it's
that
the same,
lubed up. Right?
see this the same scenario as that small shaft in the front. And then you come up. See how it will go on a little bit, so that way it stays in place. Then you don't have to fight with it so much. And then you just pull back on the collar. What I usually do is push it all the way in and then pull back. Then that way you know it's locked.
Okay.
And now we can go up and do the test flight again.
So this little guy, you step on him, and you adjust your steering wheel. That's handy dandy. Or he's just showing me the different height adjustment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a spring tension. So.
If you sit down, you go squish. You know you don't have it enough.
Yep, exactly. And if you see how that there's some spring tension in the seat. It isn't a whole lot of adjustment in it, but this is where it was set at.
Okay.
And he showed me how to move the seat and the wheel.
Oh,
it's
the
got
tilt
adjustable
wheel?
wheel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where are you going to store this?
I have to think about it.
I'll pop the shaft off for now.
Yeah.
So you start at the back.
Because I've got a, I can move it. So.
And that's simple.
Well,
This way.
oh, that's that. That's easy.
That.
Yep.
Okay, that
pull
will
back
go in
on
the
the
shed
crawler.
here.
That goes inside. You can store it inside the snowblower.
No, I'll put it right up here in the shed though.
But will you remember where all the different parts are?
Yeah.
Label them.
Well, I remember where he put them because he'll move them.
Let's go over the engine then. Coolant level. As you see, you got low and full.
Okay.
Anyways, in between there is good. Your battery's right up here. Convenient to get to.
Yeah, that is convenient.
Some of them are a real pain
Oh yeah.
to get to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That would be a particulate filter.
Oh, that's the thing.
That is the thing. That
Looks
you don't
like
want
a
getting plugged.
distillery tank.
You don't want it to get unplugged?
You don't want it to get plugged.
Oh, plugged, yeah.
Plugged with bad fuel.
And then
Or with
here's your air filter. You
Okay.
guys are going to be
Easy
it's
access.
not dusty, but
Yeah.
it's not dusty here,
Not
so
bad.
you shouldn't have much issues with an air filter for a while.
Okay.
Usually it's the people that are mowing in the fields,
Okay.
you know.
Well, we get. Yeah,
we won't
get,
mow
yeah.
then.
Oil fill. This one ought to be interesting with a particulate filter, unless they have made it a little more convenient.
They didn't.
What?
Not at this point. Yes, really convenient. Well, it's not that bad actually. It's kind of a pain to get to. Oil fill, way down in there.
How the heck would you do that? A nice long
Yep,
funnel.
a funnel.
Let's see.
And where's your check? Did you dipstick check?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. What?
Right here.
What? Where is it? That is that what I see?
Yep,
Dip
in
down
between
there.
them hoses.
How do you open it?
Very carefully. No, let me see.
When the engine's cool, maybe.
Yeah, that's the big thing is.
Okay, those
See,
hoses
yeah, they
have
do
some
move,
give.
but
Okay.
still
Still a
you
pinchy
need to
finger
have,
thing.
You need to have, you know,
Pliers or something.
very small
Gloves.
hands.
Like a motor.
Fuel bowl,
Okay.
and if you're having issues with it starting in the wintertime,
Yeah.
that is where you want to look to see
Okay.
if it's gelled up or if there's moisture in it.
So what do you? I've got the anti-gel stuff. Is that recommended?
That's for we do it. We treat it even. We treat our trucks, and we have fuel caddies, and we put treatment in that, the preventive.
Okay.
If you're
So where do
already
you put it?
gelled, that's not going to work. You'll need 911
Okay.
because that treatment is a maintainer.
Not,
you're
it's-
gelled,
okay, you're done. It's done.
It won't reverse it.
In the severe cold, that piece will just gels up, like Jello.
And it gets on the outside of that little thing? You
Well,
just
it
see
gets
Jello?
in the fuel.
On the
no,
inside,
it's in the fuel. The fuel gels. So you gotta. We gotta
Oh, so
put
you can
treatment in
see
it
the fuel there.
Yep.
Yeah. Listen. We gotta put treatment in it before I'll show it
So
to you.
right in when you put the fuel in?
Yes.
Yep.
You mix it in.
So how did you lift this up?
And what you can do is right about here, just let it drop.
Okay.
Turn this,
Oh, trick key.
and there's a handhold right here, I think.
Okay.
Right there. I knew
Okay.
this one.
That's.
You get your hands underneath because you don't want it to slip out of your fingers. And then that, you may want to come from this side so you can see it.
Oh, okay.
Right in there.
Perfect.
The only time you should ever need to check this is if this is empty, obviously.
Yeah.
And
You
do
know.
it when it's cold.
Yeah, but that's going to be regular service maintenance.
Yeah.
on it, so it's not a big deal, but.
Hydraulic fluid.
And we have to do it at 50 hours
What's that?
getting a service?
I'm not sure. Check your
We'll check.
Owner's
the
manual.
manual or call
Okay.
up Ross or Allen.
Okay.
Okay. This just makes it easier. Pop this out of the way. This is how you check your hydraulic.
Oh.
Oh,
Right there.
okay.
And what you need to do is when everything's on, you want all of your pistons collapsed.
How do you collapse your piston? Oh,
Meaning, you want your bucket tipped all the way up and the loader all the way down.
okay, no pressure on them.
It's not that you want all the pistons to be closed. You don't want any of them
Okay.
open,
Okay.
because what happens is when it's open, it's going to read wrong.
Oh, okay.
So right now, is it open? Because it's not on?
What's that?
The implements are not
The
on.
implements aren't on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's-
you have just that little one.
Yeah.
So
So all these take fluid too, Beth.
Yeah.
So you want to have...
you want to have your bucket curled all the way up, and your loader
All the way down.
all the way to the ground.
So the arms are down, but the bucket's curled
Yeah,
up.
the bucket's curled up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you test that
That's when you
hydraulic
check the
fluid.
hydraulic
And
fluid.
that's
Okay.
valves are open.
And this down, because that is a hydraulic.
Ah. Okay.
So how do we get that down?
That's it right in here.
This is your 3-point hitch lever. See how there's a little arm?
Uh-huh.
Kind of shows that it, and you just
Go all the way to 1?
going down.
I got a hey, I've got a chipper I bought from MD.
That goes on the back of these.
Yeah.
3-point hitch will drop.
Oh, okay.
So
just
this
just
turns-
yeah, just on the rear.
Now that's
Okay.
all the way in. Now
Yeah.
if the crack gets a little, they go out back and watch this.
Okay.
Watch how slow it'll come down.
Oh,
Barely
that's
moving.
too slow. Yeah, that's too slow for me.
Well, my point is if you have something really heavy, that way it doesn't slam on the ground.
Slam it. Okay.
Now, if you have something light like a York rake, you're not going to want to wait this long.
Okay. Oh,
So you can
okay.
open the valve up and you can adjust the speed of it.
Yeah.
Now you
So
watch when I
can
turn it
I
open.
have a? Okay, that's nice. Okay, good.
So that's what that's for.
Now with nothing on it, I usually leave it pretty well open. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Hey Scott, I have a York rake.
Mhm.
Are they reversible? I have a make it uneven. Oh, make it
See how
uneven.
And this one
oh,
here
okay,
is nice
that's
because
okay.
you don't have to sit. You know how most of these
Yeah.
is like this. This is you have to have weight on it because you won't. Well,
Okay.
it does turn a little.
It's
So you
going
can lift this up, and of course, if you're trying to do a crown in the center, you just drop this side down.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, that's nice to know. Yeah.
And then locks into place. And what's nice about this setup, you have the 2 variables. When
Okay.
you're trying to hook up, you pull these pins out.
Mhm.
Okay. This is so handy. There's 2 things that are handy about this. Take these pins right out.
Okay.
Okay. As you're backing up, see how you have so
Yeah,
much
you've got
room?
all that play, and
And-
then you can just.
You have these.
What'd you do? How'd you do that?
Yeah.
Just snap it. Oh,
So
you
what
push the
happens
pin.
is,
Okay.
If you're not lined up perfectly,
Yeah.
okay, so you're not lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
You get this one side on, now you realize you got to go
Well,
back to
just
this
flip
one. You just do this,
Okay.
and then, depends on what you have for an implement, and you just turn the wheel back up and it'll lock in place for you. And then,
Okay.
Are you smiling like you like this?
Huh? Well, yeah,
And-
it makes life easier. Yeah.
and so when you get yourself locked on, in some cases you want to have it as tight as possible to the machine.
Okay.
See how many different variables you have
Yeah.
here? Because
Yeah.
these are offset, if you notice.
Okay. Yeah.
See how this one's lined up, but the rest of them aren't. And
Right.
I think this is 1/4-inch increments.
Wow. Okay, so you can get really
Yeah,
snug.
because see, you go from this one, and you look to see where the next hole lines up, which is that one.
Mhm.
See how there's so many variables you have for adjustment. I think
Okay.
this gives what is that, about 8 inches of this.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, so where does this pin? Oh,
See?
wow. So where does this pin hook up?
What's that?
This 3-point hitch thing hook up into here? The one you have at the shop.
Oh, the triangle?
Yeah, the triangle.
It's going to go here and here. And
Okay,
it's
so
just
that
a
has a
triangle.
trailer hitch on it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's got a receiver
Oh, okay.
built into it.
Okay, so
The
she
receiver head.
bought it. I heard about it. I
Yep.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's
told
got
me
a
to buy
built-in
it.
receiver.
What
Yeah,
is that?
okay.
Is that good to have?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's the heavier ones. 5 or whatever the class 3 is, a 5 or 6,000 pound rating.
Okay, yeah, fine.
You know what I mean? Well, whatever you can get for a receiver.
Okay.
You know the
Yeah,
receiver
anything,
hitch.
yeah.
And the thing is if you have if you had a trailer that was hauling something like this,
Yeah.
then your receivers all have that hole anyways. You know what I mean? If you're using the
Yeah.
style that locks over with a pin, you
Yeah.
you already have the hole, just take
Yeah.
the ball out.
Okay.
So does this piece come down?
Yes.
Okay.
That's your top hit. See
This
the
is the
point
top
on that,
link.
Beth? See that tractor? See that bar
Oh,
coming
yeah.
out?
This would hook to that bar on that one.
Okay.
And then these would hook down. That one doesn't have the pins, does it? That's bolted on. No, it's got
I got
pins.
pins.
Okay.
Yeah,
Couldn't
you
tell
guys
from
welded
here.
that front piece on for me.
I thought that looked familiar.
Well, yeah, did you work on it?
Full.
That's full. Wow.
That's rear washer.
Delivered
When
with
you buy
a
it-
full tank.
Yeah, when you buy
Wow.
new, you get a full tank.
That,
So I
mulch
moved over
juice,
here, I
too.
released the
That
pressure,
mulch
circle,
juice
circle, and then he's popping the hoses.
Oh yeah, something for the.
For these
Keep the
clods.
mice out
The
there.
mice be eating these in 2 months.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff to make nests with.
Oh yes.
Was it
The
neem?
little bastards will get into
Yeah, something with
anything.
neem oil.
Neem oil.
Actually, there's a stuff. I don't know if there's how many natural food stores there is up here. It's called Ready Care.
Yeah.
It's a spray.
Yeah.
It's designed for. I call it miracle spray. We buy it all the time. It's designed for rashes,
Oh.
sunburns. If you have dry skin, if you have oil,
Yeah.
It has neem oil in it. It has citronella. It has rosemary. It has
Okay.
I don't want to drink citronella.
all different kinds of stuff. A Ready Care first aid spray or something like that.
Okay.
That's what it's called. And it comes in a blue container.
Huh.
If you spray that on here, I guarantee they won't come near it.
I probably won't either.
It smells mostly like citronella.
Okay.
Okay,
get
and
that done
this, we got to pull the
Before they
clip.
That clip, okay.
Our pin, our famous pin, huh? Oh, the clip. Okay, and then the pin. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I just hit my muscle, knotted it up a little bit. And then we do the famous pin, as you call
Famous
it.
pin.
Here we are. And look, he lubed it up pretty good too. When he did that. Our lines are all unhooked. So now we loosen this.
Unscrew that guy.
That's right. Pressure down on it.
Pressure down on the front part.
Yep. And if you turn
I'm
it
gonna
so you
put
can
that
see
on
that
the thread.
hole,
Yeah.
then that way you know it's not going to fall off, but it should be enough
What
to
hole?
see the hole in the
Oh, okay, in the screw
right
part.
about there.
Mm-hmm.
Enough to lift it off.
Yep.
My toes out
Should
of
be
the way.
enough to lift it off.
Okay.
Just like that. And that's it.
And then do you put that thing back in?
And then we'll put the pin back in here.
Beth, I think I'm going to store this. What do you call this? A coupler.
Quick attach.
Quick attach. It's going to be in this shed.
In this
Yeah.
shaft.
I'm pretty sure. If I move it, I'll let you know. But the shaft, the drive shaft, and this will stay in there. I just spray it down.
Okay.
And
That's
then I
going to be on
spray it.
YouTube.
Yep. Yep.
There. Now you
Okay.
can come over to this one.
Okay, I'm gonna... So I've driven it forward over to here. I come forward now. And I loosen the lever.
You guys already know. I just do it really quickly so we can get
And he
to
hooks
the
up the
procedure.
hoses.
Just watching too. Any little tricks you do. How's the AC in there, Beth?
Lovely.
Chilly, isn't it?
It's nice.
Yeah.
You know, when that, you know, the AB's nice, but old Rover.
There we are.
Okay.
Now, come forward.
I drive forward.
Yep. You're going to want to watch your line up on both sides.
My lineup, what am I looking for?
Your ultimate goal is this is going to drop into there. So you want to get yourself lined up so it's going to go into place. I know it's higher right now, but you're going to adjust it as you go.
This one looks off, but this one looks good.
That's okay, come in then, because you're kind of off. Yep. See? There you go. Keep going. Gently. Gently. Keep going. Keep going. Roll forward a little bit as you do that. Just a little. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. See what you're looking for is to get this to there as best you can. Keep going. There you go.
Wow. I see.
See that?
I do.
That dropped into place.
It's not magic.
That one lined up?
Yeah.
Voila. Now lift your bucket up.
Lift my bucket up, I pull back.
Yeah, the whole loader. No, pick the whole loader up. Sorry. Pull back, yes. You got some debris in your bucket, you may want to dump it.
How do I dump it?
To the right.
Right.
There you go. Now curl it back up so it's somewhat level. Okay. Now shut it off.
Pull machine off.
Yep. And we will set your lock.
Oh, I remember that now.
And then hop out, and then we will
hop out. I'm going to put the wheel back up.
We got to put these
Be
back
easier
on.
for people to get back in. I put the parking brake on.
Is when I'm showing people how to do it, I have them do it.
Yeah.
That way it sticks and watching somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like with this case, you guys have already done the lines. I figure I'd just throw them together.
Okay.
So you remember, pins come out.
Pins come out.
Right, these pins
Slides.
here.
You got to slide it off the small pin.
So slide toward you.
Up here. And then you get the pin back on.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, simple as that.
That's simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then how does this normally rest? On this part?
Yeah, when it's down.
Okay. So now what? Is that it?
That's about it. I will get out under the concrete and we'll drop the bucket down.
Level it.
See if the leveler is lined up. I don't know if he did that or not.
Okay.
I'll close the door.
Okay. So, seatbelt.
Obviously, center of gravity reasons, when you're riding around, you want to keep the bucket fairly low.
Okay, so pushing forward makes the bucket go low.
Yep.
Side to side is what tilts the bucket itself.
Rolls the bucket back and forth.
So
and
right drops stuff out of it, goop out of it.
Right.
Okay.
And then
And
right curls down, left curls up.
Yeah.
Pull back. It's kind of like the scenario. Pull back, and the arms are going to come towards you.
Yeah.
Think of that.
That
when
makes
you pull
sense.
them back, it's these that want to come towards you.
Yeah.
When you push it away from you, then they're going to go away from
Okay.
you. And then left and right for the bucket.
Dump.
I always just tell people, keep playing with it. After a while, you won't remember what does what. You'll actually have to think about it.
Yeah.
But if you
Okay, we're gonna reverse.
have it come to that. I want to see if the level is right. Places with you for a minute?
Yeah, what are those thingies?
That's a quick connect for the bucket.
Oh.
So you flip them up, and then I will show you how to curl it down and drop the bucket, and then I'll pick the bucket back up for you.
Okay.
We lifted those arms up here. They snapped up. So if you want to put other implements on the front here, like a fork.
Oh.
Like I've got a fork that will go on the front.
You do?
And, yeah.
Come back up and do the reverse.
It's like Transformers.
The one thing you got to watch out for, because where this has the arms that stick up like this, you don't want to tip it too far forward.
Yeah.
Because you can potentially bend them arms. So you got to keep it upright a little bit, and as you come in, if you need to tip forward, then tip it just enough.
Yep.
You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll show you how you get to see how you get it tip right in.
That's too far.
Too far.
Potentially could hit the bucket and bend them, so keep it.
Then lower and come in.
And then you come in. Then if you need a little bit of a curl, you focus on the size of what you're doing. Right now this ring is, see how it's in? Bring that up just a little.
Curl it up. When it's up, it's ready to be.
So you moved it to the left.
And what I recommend people to do, especially everything being new and all of that, is you get up here, stand on the front of it.
Yes. Okay.
And it doesn't even hurt too when you hook onto these, is to tip them all the way back, kind of shake it as you're doing it.
Okay.
It
Set it
ensures
in more.
the
Okay.
top slides in good.
Yeah.
And then
That's it. So what are the other implements for the front of this?
you can get forks,
Okay.
a quick connect,
A brush?
blank plates, and then it has a plate across it, and around the bottom it's designed so you can make whatever you wanted. Yeah, if you wanted to build like something to pull out trees, the tooth that they use on the back of the dozers to tearing up hard
Yeah.
soil.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? You could
Yeah.
do whatever you wanted to weld to it. For now, if you look at this, when you line these two up, that means your bucket's level. When you're on level ground, your bucket will be level
Okay.
forward and backwards.
So I'm supposed
Okay.
to line that up with
Yep.
the orange?
He's going to see about trying to get this adjusted, but I don't understand why that
That should
ideally
be up here, right?
yeah,
That should be here.
ideally these two should be matching for level.
Okay, so I can do it while it's level
This
now.
guy,
I can
this
just
guy?
loosen this
But
up.
this,
level.
but this isn't level because this isn't
Yeah.
level.
You hold on one quick second. I'm gonna
There. The
now let me
bucket's
set it down.
There. That should be all right.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay, I don't see it.
it just
coming out
hasn't
over
it just
there.
hasn't been
Did they get this
lubed
in?
up all the way
Okay,
out. through.
so they missed that nipple. That's
Yeah,
it. Okay.
that one got missed. The rest of them looks like yep,
And you've got the grease gun?
That's missing.
yep, that's definitely missing. So.
Somebody didn't have their coffee.